G'day guys, and welcome back to another round of tips, round 13 tips. My apologies for the later upload. Had a late one last night work-wise, and then had podcast, and then it was pretty much time for bed. So, and also just finishing off an exciting project, which I'll reveal also very soon in the YouTube world stratosphere. I had a howler last week, it has to be said. Pretty disappointing. It was bound to happen sooner or later, but I got 2 out of 6. I thought this week I could look like an absolute genius, or I'm going to have an egg on my face, and of course, egg on my face as it stands. I don't know. I don't really know if I want to review it, but I might anyway, just for fun. So I thought Brisbane would probably get the job done over the D's, but they are the team to beat. I was thinking about Collingwood, but I had to back in Adelaide with the outs Collingwood had and the way they've been playing. Carlton, they can never win when they are, they're favourites. The Dogs hadn't won at Optus Stadium before, so I was going to go Freeman on a bit of a roughie, and all of a sudden it's looking pretty woeful. So anyway, puts me in an interesting position now that I have to sort of be a little bit more crazy with the way I tip, but I've also got to be conservative as well. But anywho, we live and die by the sword. Port Adelaide, Geelong, Adelaide Oval. I was initially leaning towards Port Adelaide, but I like the way Geelong have been going about it. Probably haven't been winning in amazing fashion, but I'll tip the Cats. Probably pretty close game, I think. Port have been beaten at home a couple of times as well, I feel. They've definitely been beaten by the Bulldogs, and I think we're sort of in that similar ilk. And I don't think Port are... They're in the top 6. I don't know if they're in the top 4, and I feel like we're playing good footy. We won the game after the bye last year, so that was pleasing. Therefore, I'll tip the Cats. I suppose early on when we were losing, didn't have Cameron and Rowan half the time, so yeah, we've got a few players coming back in as well. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but it could be a bit of Paddy and Guthrie and Blitzarves and all that kind of thing. I don't know how many we'll bring in though. Won't bring too many in. Don't want to disrupt the ecosystem. Sydney have Hawthorn. This one's at the SCG. Sydney have been playing some good footy. Hawthorn haven't been playing some good footy. Sydney's home deck. I have to go with Sydney on that one. In the past, Hawthorn could only ever beat them at the SCG, and then Sydney could only ever beat Hawthorn at the MCG. That might reflect in some games here, except last year they won by 7 points, and then they won the year before, so I must be referring to 2018. So, yeah, anyway. I think the Swans will win. Fremantle have Gold Coast. This one's at Optus Stadium. I think Gold Coast will definitely make it tough for Fremantle. They've obviously got a few injuries as well and some concerns, but yeah, you don't want to be dropping this one at home. I know Fife will probably be out, but you just got to get the job done. Gold Coast definitely will make it a close game, so I think the Dockers just. And at Kazali Stadium, we have St Kilda and Adelaide. Talk about one of the tougher tips of the round. I don't really trust the Crows at the moment. They're a bit like the Saints. They're a bit conditional, and that's what makes this game tough. And on a neutral venue at Kazali Stadium, who knows what could rock up. But I think the fact the Saints played all right against the Swans at the SCG, a sort of shortish ground, yeah, it might play into their hands. I think memories might be going back home. That's sort of some of the talk, but we saw West Coast have five of their top 8 players out, and that didn't matter. So I'll tip the Saints in a close one. But the Crows could just as well come out and win as well. So very tough to know. North Melbourne at Blundstone Arena, they're hosting the GWS Giants. I think the North Melbourne Kangaroos, North Melbourne Demons was coming to mind there. They got the job done last year, 20 points, as you'll see there, but I don't think that's going to happen this time around. I think the Giants are playing a good style. North will definitely challenge them, and they're never easy to beat at Blundstone. They always give you a red-hot crack and a real challenge. So it's a good home ground for them. I think the Giants are too strong, though. West Coast and Richmond at Optus Stadium, some of the heavyweights over the last sort of couple of years, definitely in that 2018 2019 period for sure. West Coast, a lot of injuries, and I don't normally base my tips off injuries because anyone with the right mindset that rocks up and plays their best footy wins. But I'm just sensing a 10-plus game winning streak, or lots of wins from Richmond. It always happens around the bye and after the bye. They get the job done. you can just see them flexing their muscles, and they're just getting some players back and healthier lists, and they tend to just get the job done. So yeah, Eagles losing to the Bombers as well makes me think, well, by that logic, if Richmond can beat Essendon at Optus, and then Essendon can beat West Coast, I think Richmond can beat West Coast. Doesn't work like that all the time. Clearly, it's football. It's random sometimes, but yeah, that's what I reckon. Melbourne then have Collingwood. This one's not at the MCG. I believe this will be at the SCG. So I am going to tip them at the Melburnian Football Club. Collingwood will definitely make it probably a close game. They tend to stifle your ball movement a little bit, and they've been taking a few more risks over the last week and a half or week and a quarter, if you count the Geelong game. So, that's sort of who I've gone with. Obviously, we've got Brisbane, Carlton, Essendon, and the Western Bulldogs out with the bye. So I've gone with Geelong, I've gone with Sydney, Fremantle, St Kilda, GWS, Richmond, and Melbourne. Hopefully, I can get a few more right this week. I've just got to get a few right and not have a howler this week. So let me know what you guys reckon. Chuck in your tips down below in the comments. And don't forget to give the video a like. The YouTube algorithm apparently likes, and I like it when people like it as well. Subscribe to keep up to date with all the tips and all the random content I have going. So thanks for sticking around, guys. I'll see you in the next video.